As Hurricane Erin moves north off the coast, the storm's movement is creating an especially higher rip current risk for the North Myrtle Beach and Cherry Grove areas.
That's where we find ABC 15's Amanda Kenseth live this morning, taking a look at those wave conditions.
Yeah, up and down the Grand Strand. I mean, the ocean's been looking a little rocky the last few days, and that's what it's doing again today. We're coming up on high tide is in about an hour, and you can hear the ocean and those rough waves. And looking up and down the Grand Strand, what people want you to be aware of is the high rip current risk, and that's going on until 6 o'clock this morning. So again, the Grand Strand is under a high risk of rip currents until 6 a.m. today. Cherry Grove and North Myrtle Beach can be especially dangerous. That's because of minor coastal flooding of the Cherry Grove Inlet, and depending on the track of this storm, onshore winds might factor in.
We have to monitor because Cherry Grove is more of a southeast facing beach than it is an east facing beach. So a lot of times when we get these forecasts or we get these predictions that are coming in, we have to kind of look at the specific impacts for Cherry Grove for the inlet area, because depending on the approach of a system and how the angle of approach is coming in, where that track is taking it to, those onshore winds that are pushing in, if they're pushing in more easterly, then it may be more of a side skirt of Cherry Grove because it's not pushing directly into the inlet area. But if it's coming in from a more northerly approach, then it's going to be pushing directly into that inlet area.
Yeah, and because of the way our coastline is with this little bay, everything's different, right? So it depends on where you are on the Grand Strand and how that affects it. Now, they'll be monitoring the conditions and impacts until later this morning when it comes to that high surf, and keep a close eye on the beaches until this weekend when the storm moves further north. So just, again, be aware if you're coming out to the ocean, be aware of the high surf, the rip current risk, and just be safe, guys.
Thank you, Amanda. The city of North Myrtle Beach also says there are red flag conditions, and in Myrtle Beach, double red flags are up, advising swimmers to stay out of the water.